And I'm back. As I exit, and I'm back. As I exit the classroom, nailed it. I realize that I don't really have anything to do tonight. Booty call. Oh, that's where I ended. Emmy and I didn't make plans, so I guess I'll go to the library. It beats doing homework in my room anyway. The library always seems cooler than the rest of the building. Probably to keep the books from getting damaged by excessive heat and humidity. Books are sturdy objects, but if you want to keep them in good condition, it takes a little effort. I've got several books that are so well worn the pages are barely clinging to the spine. It seems impossible for them to still be usable, but if you handle them with care... I make my way to the main desk where I spot Yuko busying herself with something or another. She smiles at me as I enter and waves. Hello, Isao. Good to see you again. What are you looking for this time? Nothing in particular, I guess. I just didn't really feel like going back to my room, is all. Yuko nods. At least she remembers you this time. Well, if you're unoccupied, maybe you could help me look for something? Sure, what do you need? Yuko brings a finger to her lips and looks around furtively. She seems to be looking for eavesdroppers. Come closer. Take a few hesitant steps forward while feeling distinctly unnerved. Yuko lowers her voice to a confidential whisper. I'm on the trail of the Yumaku cat burglar. The what? Shh. The walls have ears, Hisao. Or they might. But listen, those missing books. Remember them? Yeah? Well, they weren't missing. They were stolen. I'm convinced of it. I remember you saying something of the sort earlier, but how do you know? Yuko leans in closer and, if possible, whispers even lower. Because I found one of his hiding places. You did what? Yuko looks triumphant. Found one of his stashes. It was under one of the stairwells in the boys' dorm. 3 books. I've been looking for all there. Hey, wait a minute. Kenji. I suspected a thief before, but this proves it. So did you take back the books? Yuko looks as if she just suggested the walk around naked. Are you nuts? You can't know I'm onto him. He might go to ground and evade capture. Uh-huh. So what do you need my help with then? Yuko casts another glance around the library and leans in closer. You've got a spy for me. Spy? Yeah, like when you're in the dorms, you know. Keep an eye out for suspicious activity. What constitutes suspicious anyway? I mean, Kenji's a pretty suspicious dude, but I'll wager he barely goes to class, much less sneaks into the library to pilfer books. Still, what's the harm in saying yes? At least it'll get me out of this weird conversation. Yeah, I can do that, no problem. Yuko straightens up and claps excitedly. Great! Now hurry up and talk about something else in case someone comes in. How's the school treating you? Pretty well, actually. I've been running in the mornings with Emiya Barazaki, right? Yeah. How did you know? I've served you 2 in the tea house, remember? I deduced that if you were going to run with anyone, it would probably be her. She looks pleased with herself. Impressive. Anyway, yes, we've been running in the mornings. And, we kinda started dating. Yuko claps her hands together excitedly. Really? That's great! I'll bet you 2 are great together. I love seeing people find one another like that, you know? I even thought to myself when you walked into the Shanghai that one time, I wonder if that kid will end up with one of those girls. Really? He doesn't seem to notice my somewhat weirded out tone and nods affirmatively. Yep. I could tell that you'd wind up with one of them. You know? You know? I've got an eye for that sort of thing. Of course. Oh, of course. Her expression droops slightly. I'm not so good at it myself. Oh, I'm sure that's not true. I am. Oh, it's true. I met this guy once. Once. We got along really great, but it turned out he was younger than me. And that was kind of weird, but not terribly so. What was really weird was that he disappeared one day, and I've not seen him since then. Huh. That does seem kind of odd. Doesn't it? Hope I wasn't something I did. I feel compelled to reassure. Yeah, the age thing wouldn't be a problem. My dad's like 7 years older than my mom. Something like that. He's in his early mid-50s. She's in her mid-late 40s. Yeah, it's 6-7 years. Sure it wasn't. I intend to try to calm her down further, but the both of us jump in surprise at the ringing suddenly coming from my pocket. Yuko sighs to steady herself as I pull the phone from my pocket. I feel a little sheepish for indirectly causing the incident. Emmy? What's up? Oh, thank God, I haven't called your phone before, so I didn't know if this number would work or whether you would pick up, and I can't. Oh there, Emmy, slow down. What's wrong? There's a pause on the other side of the line, during which I can hear Emmy trying to control her breathing in order to calm down. Something's got her terribly agitated, and it's starting to agitate me. Can you just stop by? Like, now, or shortly after now? I really need to talk to you. There's a tone of pleading in the last sentence that I don't think I've ever heard from her. Of course, I'll be right there. Hold steady, okay? In my increasingly agitated state, I have apparently started saying things that don't quite make sense. Okay, I'll be okay. See you soon. What did he say? I pressed the button to end the call before slipping the phone back into my pocket. Apologize to Yuko for running off and run off. You're gonna find out what happens next time. This is another short episode.